Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, how are you doing, Mello? How are you doing, good sir? Eh, okay. I will endeavour to, good sir. I will do my utmost best for you, good sir. I do hope the stream went as smoothly as it could for you. Hope you are all well. All good now, I hear. I do hope work went as smoothly as possible for you, good sir. Obviously, easier said than done. It is what it is, as you like to put it. Yeah, that it's not always the nicest thing being like, it is what it is, but yeah, it's true sometimes. I'm not too sure. Only started at 8 and I'm just not feeling it. Figured I'd bring folks over and let you entertain and keep the fight. Honestly, if you're not feeling it after you've jumped on and given it a good old try, there's no point making yourself feel worse. There is no point. I would never, ever, ever advise someone to do that. If you can muster up the courage to do that thing, and then give it a go, give it the good old college try, as the phrase goes. By all means, you've given it your best, but you don't want to beat yourself. You don't want to get yourself so discouraged that you won't come back and do any more of it. 2 seconds. Because then you kill whatever you had going to keep you coming back, and that's just not good. To put it politely, it's not good. Obviously, easier said than done. Don't mind me, 2 seconds. Just putting some printed stuff I've done into the storage. But yeah, I do hope we're all keeping as well as can be. Oh god, I'm breaking stuff. I think I may be breaking stuff. Yeah. I know the feeling all too well, good sir. I know the feeling all too well. We've all been there. We've all done that. That's alright. We'll ruin Mark's stream instead. Yeah, give it a go and just felt forced out of rule to not force content as I don't ruin it. Yeah, 100%, 100%. Like, you give it your good old college try, you've done better than. You've done better than me. I won't stream intentionally. Have appeared on here before, but not on my own. Yeah, no, that's part of the selfish reason, kind of why I love to stream with people. I love being able to bounce off people and stuff like that. Gotta go and eat and try and cheer myself up. No worries, no worries. Don't shove yourself away. That's all I'll say. Don't shove yourself away. We've all been there. It's annoying. It's annoying. We've all been there. Trust me, we all have. Yeah, go. Have something nice to eat. Have a nice drink, coffee, cup tea, whatever it is, and just enjoy it. In voice channel. Oh, hello, hello, hello. I should be in the VC now, he says.
What's up?
What's up? What's up? Oh.
Right.
Oh.
So, what are you planning on tonight?
Most likely cracking on with Dark Tide. Giving myself like a mental break because it got a bit much to me today. It got a bit much, so I had to kind of I don't know, just take that break.
Fair enough, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just have a bit of a with it.
With it, yeah. Hello, Tenebrum. Hello.
You need a break, yes? Sir?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello. How are you doing?
Not bad. You need a break, sir?
Yeah, just it got a bit much, that's all.
Yeah. Fair enough, mate.
I mean, you've got a lot on your plate, right?
Yeah, but yeah, putting it politely, yeah. Yeah, I just, when you get so stuck up in your own head,
I do.
You can't see the light, even though you know it's there. You're like,
yeah.
I don't know. It's just really, really aggravating. You get angry with yourself. You get really angry with yourself.
Right. What time have you got your barbecue thing tomorrow, mate?
Kelly. Oh, she can't hear you. Oh, can't hear me. I'll find out in a minute. It's probably it's gonna be mid to late afternoon. Kelly, what time's the barbecue tomorrow? 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. Right. I'll come over and see you before. Sit down, just have a bit of a yap. All right.
What, you're gonna kick me up the arse or something?
Oh no, flogging nettles.
Yeah,
probably exactly. Nettles, yeah, probably.
But I told you before, if there's ever something you're bothered with, just poke me.
Yeah, just talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. It was one of those ones that it didn't boil over physically or anything like that. It just felt
shit
boiling over inside. I think it's the best way of putting it.
Yep.
Like
that's
you just
also dangerous.
Yeah, you just couldn't. It just felt like everything just snapped. All the little bits, like nothing broke. I didn't snap. I didn't rant. I didn't rave. I just
had enough.
Yeah.
But if you just stack enough straws on a camel's back, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Hello, Simon. How we doing?
Yeah, Simon.
But yeah, it was just like completely like dare I say, it was like, it felt like, what's the point?
And for
Mhm.
chat, this is actually what we do. We do talk about mental health.
Yes,
Yes.
that's one big thing I really want to try and put across in the streams and on the Discord. I've got it in the text channel, health, things like that. I don't want it to come across preachy, but I want it that people know they can chat,
Yeah.
and just chat. Like, they don't need to be like, here's a therapy session, XYZ, but they can just chat. Like, they can just feel normal, I think is the best way of putting it.
Feel that they're not alone.
Yes, yeah, 100%.
Is
That's the
probably
thing. I
a
don't.
better way of putting it.
Yeah, you feel like you're not alone. You feel. Hopefully you feel human.
Yeah.
You know.
We all go through crap, and we've all had different experiences in life. By talking about these things, who knows? You know, one of us might have already been through a similar situation.
Yes.
You know.
Oh, 100%. Because yeah, I think what didn't help was I put pressure on myself for making sure about GriffCon, like actually knowing what I'm going up to do. Because it's not a 2-minute journey. Then I've got other things going on. I'm trying to get my hobby mojo back. It just, yeah, all a bit much, to put it politely.
So take one thing at a time, mate. Don't overload yourself.
Oh, why can't I run that marathon?
Well, yeah, exactly. You know, I'm not being funny, but if you're worried about GriffCon, focus on GriffCon for now. You know,
Yeah, true.
just play a few games while you're streaming instead of painting. You know, take your mind off of it.
Very true. Very true.
You know, and then once GriffCon's out the way, you can focus on the next thing.
Work on it bit by bit, basically, the long and
Exactly.
short of it.
There's no point. Bite-sized pieces, mate.
But haven't
No
you got a
point
big
biting
ass
off more
gob?
than you can chew.
Munch is not wrong. Just, I mean, are there things you really need to do before GriffCon?
I think my biggest concern, not my concern, but more on my mind, is making sure that when me and the other half go up, we make the most out of it and we actually know what we're going up and we're doing, and it go, because everything else is a bit, I want to try and keep that under control, like have some control, but obviously you can't control everything. Is that weird?
No, it's understandable, but the only things that you can actually control out of that really is the time that you leave and where you stop. You can't control what the journey is going to be like.
Mm-hmm.
You can't control what time you're going to be there, and you can't control what happens at GriffCon. You can control what happens at your table, but the rest of it you can't. So just take a ride, mate. Take a ride, go with it, and concentrate on yourself and Kelly having a good time.
Yeah, that's the honest truth of the matter.
Go with that plan. That's basically it.
Yeah, no, like I see the 100% logic in that. Like, I'm not gonna deny that at all.
I will say, give yourself a budget.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Because otherwise you'll have a hangover afterwards.
Yeah. Do what I did. Went up after my car broke down, spent nothing.
Yeah, so you're saying I need to get my car serviced, break my bank account.
Blow your head gasket before you go.
Don't, please. I'm trying to get my car serviced like ASAP, because I don't know why, but me phoning up places to get it serviced, like, oh sorry, we're booked at the moment. Oh sorry. It's like, why is everywhere booked?
Hang on. Give me a sec.
But I will say I'm contacting where Kelly works. There's a garage MOT service place directly behind, which gives employee discount for the estate. So I'm trying to get it in there. And I'm like, please get it in. But yes, how are we all doing anyway?
Let's message you.
That's hard, but otherwise okay.
Oh, spot on.
All right.
Yep.
Give him a ring. He might not answer over the weekend because he goes off shooting and stuff. All right.
Okay.
Give him a ring first thing Monday, about 9 o'clock ish.
Yep.
All right. And he's in St. Day. He's not far away from you.
Oh, spot on. Yeah, St. Day's just down the road, isn't it?
Yeah, it's up on United Downs. All right.
Ah, spot on. I may know him.
You probably do. He's a bit. To be honest with you, he's one of those people that he's all right if you're all right to him. Yeah.
I think I know the one you're on about.
Yeah. He's Do you know where Tonkin Recovery is?
Yes.
Yeah, he's just behind them. Behind the scrapyard.
Oh my god, yeah, I think I know that. Yeah.
Yeah. You got
Yeah.
John Jeffries, John Richards, Steve Wills, all like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, bit dodgy, bit rough. Hard fuckers. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah. If they say to you, "Oh, well, I want it cash," it's like, "How much?" Okay, is that enough? Type thing.
Yeah.
But no, they've always done me good.
Ah, spot on.
And if you're stuck with him, get hold of me again. I've got another guy that I can try. All right, but he's over Alston way.
Ah, that's spot on. That's spot on. Thank you, kind sir.
If ever you're struggling with stuff, mate, just give me a shout. You know what I'm like. I seem to know every bugger. If not, they know my family.
Whether that's for good or ill.
Well, that's the problem. Is because everybody knows us, I can't do anything wrong. It's like if I go out and rob a bank, I get caught tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I noticed being in Cornwall or down everyone knows my surname and stuff, and it's like,
Yeah. Well, I before we even met and I found out your surname, I knew your father.
yeah, that's the
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's just through the farming community.
Yeah. It's like I can't get away with diddly squat.
No.
No drunk escapades for me.
Well, there is. It's just back then you just never got caught. Yeah.
Back then I was young and naive.
Yeah. Yeah, I was always the one that didn't hang around if something went wrong. I just ran. You know.
Oh, you the little punter that would peg it.
Yeah, damn right. See those blue lights? I'm gone.
I used to dive behind the edge.
Well, I'll tell you a story next time I see you. I can't say it on here. It involves police dogs.
Oh, like that.
Yeah. It's a whole, I don't know, guilty by association type thing.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah. So, as you can imagine, it's sort of like, I'll go into detail with you in person. But
yeah, no, that's fair enough.
I don't talk to a lot of my old friends because of certain things.
That's fair enough. Trying to get this running, but it's like,
But they're still handy to know, just in case.
Yes.
Yeah. Because if anything happens, like for instance, if your house got broken into, I could probably find out who did it.
All jokes aside.
Yeah.
But yes, how are we all doing? Don't be shy, I hopefully haven't scared everyone off.
Christ. Do you know what we need? We need a bit of...
Or you scare everybody off.
Munchie just goes, wah.
Yep.
Wah, Mr. Bond, wah.
Wow.
but yes, I've got a few bits and pieces I want to record. Like the inner circle companions kind of thing, going, oh, let's double the box and stuff like that.
Yeah, I like the idea of that.
Well, that's what I want to
Especially
kind
if
of
you
do.
got hold of the the Forge World companions and mixed and matched them and see what you could come up with.
Yes. Because I've seen a few people do similar videos in the past where it's like, oh, I make my my cataphracti terminators last longer by printing out parts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It is a difficult one because I think the person in the video, I don't know if people have seen it, it kind of edges onto the territory of, at the end, the person's basically printed out just whole Terminators and just using a plastic shoulder pad.
Yeah.
It's kind of like...
Yeah, that's the whole, where it's the likeness to downright copying.
Yeah.
You know, and as all three of us in here are in agreement, that's fine to have things inspired by, but not direct copies.
Yeah. Because it's it is a very difficult one, because I've got those bodies there that are very, very, very similar to the Inner Circle companions. But if you put them side by side and you said that's the plastic one, someone would then tell that is a 3D print.
Yeah.
But I'm still using plastic limbs, like the spare swords and heads and back, bits and pieces.
Then there's no reason, for instance, you can get hold of second-hand Primaris, can you?
Yes.
Cheap. So why don't you just knock the arms, legs, and heads off of those? Just use their bodies and put the arms and legs from the sprues that you've got.
Yes. Oh, 100%. Like,
so then there's no 3D prints involved whatsoever.
Because I know people have used Blade Guard from Indominus. Yeah, yes. It was Indominus. Yeah, they would use those bodies to make stuff. Like, I'd done it with my Black Templars, making like tech marines and stuff out of it.
Yeah.
God, this verifying files has taken a while. It said, oh, we need to double check something hasn't corrupted. It's like, come on, I've only just turned on my PC once since I last installed it.
That's the problem with modern games, mate, especially when they're fairly-ish new.
Yeah, I would say that there's a lot of bells and whistles behind the scenes when it comes to Darktide. It's very it seems to be very reliant on the internet, like broadband connection.
Yeah. Well, it will be because it's multiplayer, isn't it?
Yeah, saying.
You know, it's like I can fire up Doom and play that offline, no problem.
True.
You know, like 2016 Doom or whatever. You know, as soon as you get multiplayer involved,
it's
got to be online.
It laborks.
I've been mostly playing Elden Ring. I got it in the sale.
Right.
Yeah.
Not on Steam, but CD keys, because they go below the Steam sale.
Yes.
Okay.
Inner Circle companions are done in Mark 3 and 4, but 3D printed them to scale. Yeah, exactly. Exactly that. Exactly that.
Yeah, like what was it? I was saying to a few people about Ezekiel, because Ezekiel's still metal, I believe. He's the older. He's the librarian. He's the only named, bar the Samael bike. He's the only infantry named Dark Angel that's still the old model.
Yeah, he's not had the Primaris treatment yet.
Yeah, but he's never had any treatment. He's always been that
Yeah,
model.
he's been around since like '96, hasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Sorry, I think it was as Azrael was basically the oldest.
Yeah, he was the first one, I think.
Yeah,
Yep.
he was the oldest the oldest Space Marine sculpt that
Yeah.
was still in production.
And that was before they gave him a sculpted banner.
Yes.
He just had the old banner pole and paper bloody sticker.
Thingy. Yeah, so I need to figure out a way of making my own, like, upscaled Ezekiel.
I thought
Which
you'd already hit Bash one.
I did, but okay. So
Not entirely happy.
the problem I got is it's not as clean as a GW one. So what I want to try and do is make one that looks like it could have been made from GW.
Okay.
So the idea I'm looking at doing, I know. Okay, Eldar always have to have it better, as in older. So
yeah.
what I'm planning on doing is using an inner circle companion body, like the one I can 3D print. Use that body, and then use like Black Templar parts and stuff like that, and make it that it looks like GW made this model. Because I'll use the one that I built with the Grey Tide stuff to go with my Grey Tide Dark Angels in one of those successor chapters as he's a librarian.
So what does it identify as the thing you're looking at? By the way, hey, Ivor.
It's using like the parts.
It's his sword, it's his cloak, and it's his back banner.
Yeah,
Correct?
yeah. I'll see if I can show people a minute.
Well, with Ezekiel, it's this, yeah, definitely the sword.
Yeah, it's the style of him.
Mm.
It's the way he's posed. And it's just the pieces. So the biggest hassle would be getting a sword big enough for that.
So that's where I'm thinking. The inner circle companions is surprisingly really good for this. There you go. See if that would actually load up a bigger image. That's what someone's done already.
By the way, Munch, yes, you should be kicking around Carandras. Yeah, that's it. That's basically how he's recognizable.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. So it looks like that model.
Is that a print or a kit bash?
That's a kit bash.
That's a kit bash.
That is a kit bash.
That's really well done.
Yeah, so that's using the body of the inner circle companion with the arms, shoulder pads, putting on his like making a banner because it matches in the style. But then the sword has been one of the force swords, I believe, from that guy. The other librarian, the one in Phobos armor.
Yep.
So they swapped it. So they gave him a force sword. There you go. That's kind of then. It's got that, he's holding his sword and he's looking forward. Because that's what I'm working from.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute, the text isn't away.
It's all right.
No, I know the model. I think the pattern on the force sword is very distinct, though. So that would be your biggest challenge, getting that that pattern on there, I'd say.
Because that's what I want to do. Because I'm happy with the librarian that I kit bashed, but he doesn't look like Ezekiel, if that makes sense. He looks like a librarian.
It's not lost. You'll just use it as something else.
Oh yeah, I'll use it as a librarian for another chapter, like Guardians of the Covenant or whatever. I'll use him as another librarian.
You'll be an interrogator anyway, right?
Because I will say Siege Studios, I give them flack because they're a bit pricey, but it is what it is.
Mark, do you nowadays deal in understatements of the century?
Sorry?
Do you deal in understatements of the century?
Yes.
Because a bit on the pricey side is not even close to what it is.
Okay, so I was curious to see about their pricing. All right. So
I don't like that.
so I like it because it's a different pose. All right. I like it because it is different. But so
His face looks too young.
Hey, he's gone through the Rubicon. He's had rejuvenation. So I contacted Siege to inquire their pricing. Did you get the convert? No, I haven't. The company champion. Regrettably, I never got him. I kind of wish I did. I may see if I can get hold of him other ways. But yeah, so I contacted Siege Studios, to be like, how much would you pay? Would I have to pay for you to paint the 40k Lionel Johnson for me? I will supply the model, but how much would you pay to build it and paint it? All right.
For viewers, please sit down.
Okay. People guess in pounds how much they would charge me. That would have been an okay base.
Which level?
It's start minimum at silver. It's minimum for characters is silver.
500 then, I'd say.
So you're going for 500.
I was going to say 180.
450. So what was it? We got 450. What? So we got 450, 500. What did you say, Munch?
180 because
Retweet so much.
850. No, 830 something pounds.
Oh, they got an even more expensive then.
That's wow.
And they work on the idea, which is fair enough. They work on the idea it's a 50% deposit up front. So they wanted £414 deposit up front.
Nah.
Unlike,
I know a guy. He does box art and stuff like that. He does halflings mainly. Why don't you give him a shout? It's called 6 Plus Save.
He sucks.
I was just like, what scares me is they're always showing stuff on Instagram and all this and all that, and I'm like, what? Like,
how much money are all of these photos combined?
Yeah, and then I contacted Den of Imagination
Yeah.
about it, and I'm gonna hold my hands up. I love what they do. I love their freehand. I love the quality they pump out. I really do enjoy it. I don't know about their business per se, but I do know their quality is great, and they have a lot of very talented people behind the scenes, you know, painters and stuff like that. So I contacted them, and their level 5 painting, which is like silver plus for Siege Studios, they wanted $500, and I'm like, that's still a lot of money.
Better than Siege Studios.
Yeah,
I will say this, right?
Yep.
People spend time on it, hours.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
100%.
Yeah.
So
time is money.
You've got to reckon people have to make a living.
Oh,
if
yes.
I spend, okay, let's say, how much hours would you spend painting the lion?
I have no real idea. Okay, my 30k lion, he was about 10 to 12 hours for him.
Yeah.
But I haven't done his display base.
So say 12 hours at the max then.
So let's be generous. He could be...
The lion from 40k has a lot more detail. The little fellas, the watchers in the dark.
Yeah, so that's
let's
what I
say
mean.
you'll spend 15 to 20 on him.
15 to 20. Yeah, 15 to 20, 100%.
And that's
because I
not
haven't done
counting
the
the
display
base.
base.
Yeah, and not counting the base because you want to do something fancy. It is a display piece, so you will be doing something.
Yeah.
So how much does that end up being an hour?
So they were charging, their going rate was £20 an hour, at 26 hours to paint him.
I see the 26 hours. I see people putting that easily.
That's obviously materials included.
Yes.
So that's not really far off if you work it out.
Oh yeah, it's just it's so.
Just gonna put little boy to bed a minute.
No worries. It's just so shocking when you look at it.
I'm not defending them in any way, but I will say people do need to make a living, so I can't fault them for it. I think a lot of gonna sound harsh, but I'm gonna say it as I see it. A lot of commission artists do undersell themselves quite a bit.
Oh yes, like I don't know, like I've had people in the past ask me, do you do commissions, blah blah blah, and they've asked me to paint up like an Eldar force in the past and different things.
Fair dues.
I wouldn't have the foggiest idea what to charge. I genuinely don't. I have no idea what to charge. And then I was asking some people, and I was looking around on the internet, like, is there a beginner's guide to this? And there kind of isn't, but the general consensus a lot of people do buy is if you are doing tabletop standard, box standard, get it done, get it nice for the tabletop, you do it in multiples of how much the box set costs. So, say for example, the whatever you're painting costs 40 quid. That thing costs 40 quid. Oh, you do it tabletop. Okay, I'm going to charge you 2 lots of the box set. So it's going to be 80 quid to paint that. And it's in multiples of that box because then it's easy for you to work it out and it's easy for the client to work out. But working out individual hours on it beforehand, I wouldn't have the foggiest idea. The only reason why I know how long it takes me to paint standard infantry models and stuff like that is because I've painted so many of them, I can kind of eyeball it now. But for unique characters and stuff like that, throw a dart at a board and see where it lands. You know, you can have a rough idea, but it's difficult.
Will say there's a difference also in between what kind of artist are you, and this is not degrading anybody, but if you've won prizes, obviously people will pay you more. I'm not saying it's worth more, but people will pay you more.
Yeah, because like for Siege Studios and Den of Imagination and these well-known commission firms, I'm going to call them firms because they are.
They're nothing else.
They've got the name, they've got the pedigree. Yeah, the pedigree behind it.
Well, they're not the award-winning painters I'm talking about. I'm really talking about the actual people who go to painting competitions and win them.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I completely get where you're coming from. I'm just saying for like the ones that have the branding. You know, people kind of go, oh, I've never really purchased commission painting before. Where do I go to? Oh, I know these are reputable. I will buy it or pay it. Whereas someone that you've never heard of before, but you heard it through the grapevine, you're going to be a bit like, do I spend that kind of money?
I wouldn't spend that kind of money on a miniature, period.
Yeah, oh yeah, 100%. Like,
I mean, if people do it, it's worth it to them.
Yeah.
I think that's the only thing that matters. And if Siege and Den of Imagination sell it for that, apparently people want it for that.
Yeah.
That's fine. It's just not for me.
Yeah. And that's the whole thing. Finances, money is subjective. It's always subjective.
Well, value of art is subjective.
Yeah.
I mean,
subjective to me because I've never got enough.
No, but if I paint up a piece, right, and I do it to the best of my abilities, and I would paint it the same as a Siege Studio, people wouldn't pay me as much as they would pay Siege Studios.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Sorry.
If I
it's
were
their name, it's their reputation.
Yeah, but if I were to do it better, they still wouldn't pay me more than Siege Studios because
Nope.
aside from the fact that I wouldn't dare ask that amount, but yeah.
Oh, sorry. I think I found a really cool conversion. So someone's used the Judicia from Indominus, the one where it's the one with his sword over his shoulder, and it's just the librarian striding forward.
So that's a head swap, a couple of arms.
I see it.
Yep.
That does look like that really foreboding I'm walking forward kind of pose.
Yeah.
But you also could put his sword up and make it as an Ezekiel quite easily.
Very true.
I really like that base.
Oh yeah, the looking at it, it's
the simple green and white. That's really nice.
It
just,
adds but does not detract.
Yeah.
It's just pops so much. I do like that. And it's just very different. Oh, that's giving me ideas.
And I also really like the red Dark Angel symbol instead of white.
Yes.
Because it's 40k, isn't it?
That is very pretty. I still got the plans of making a Black Knight at some point for the Dark Angels, and maybe them for my Black Templars, even though I don't need to, using the Berserker sword file that I got. So it's just, you know, big chunky
Black Knight?
like Black Knight as in with Arthurian legend and stuff like that. A bit like, yeah, Monty Python, but Arthurian legend, where
So
they're
no
like
arms and no legs then.
They're a knight that goes around and they just
Are you
challenge.
talking about Prince of Wales, the Black Knight?
It's more in folk tale, like fantasy style, where it's like they are the formidable, scary Black Knight that goes around and just challenges. So think of it, it's just a glorified
Fairy tales and folklore starts with truth. The real
True.
Black Knight was the Prince of Wales.
Yes, but then imagine
and
it is
everybody was afraid to challenge him to duels because he was royalty.
Yes.
So that's why he became the Black Knight, so nobody knew who he was. So he could contest in
their metal. Metal? Yeah, that's what it's called. Testing their metal.
There's your little history lesson for today.
But I like the idea of calling it is it Astrid? Asta?
Astaroth.
Yeah, Astaroth, but also Asta from Black Clover. He's the black mage.
Okay.
Because
yeah.
You know, if you know of Black Clover, you know where I'm coming from. That his
the anti-magic mage, yes.
Yeah, his power comes from wielding an anti-magic sword or swords.
I'm not going to correct you there.
Oh, I know there's more to it. I know there's a lot more to it. I'm just putting it as simple as possible. He uses swords.
Black Clover. Never heard of it.
It's really,
not
really
too
cool.
bad for an anime.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoy it. So it could be a bit like that. Ooh.
Okay.
That's cool. Wait a minute, that's based off of Tigerius's body from the Ultramarines.
Looks like it, yeah.
Wouldn't be able to tell you. But it does look cool, yeah, agreed.
That's the sharpened
Judicious sword.
Judicious blade, yeah.
there is some very nice conversion work out there, I
The
will
nice
say.
thing about that is that it's simple.
Oh yeah,
Do you know what I mean? There's not too much. It's just nice.
yeah. Like the classic old conversion to give you an Ezekiel Primaris form was using the Librarian and Phobos armor.
Mm.
That was your classic thing to do.
Yeah. It's like a lot of people have been saying, and I'm going to say it again, is a lot of Games Workshop models are too detailed now.
Mm.
Too much going on.
Like, I would say that's just the right level. Because
Yeah.
you got the robe, you got
There's
the
enough on
undergarment.
there, and because he's a character, you don't mind a bit of embellishment, you know? But when it comes to your rank and file, how much decoration does it really need?
Yeah, that's where it comes into the whole subjectiveness.
Yeah.
I will say this.
Mm.
There is a wee trick to too much detail in Games Workshop, and it might help chat too.
Mm.
If you think there's too much detail, just don't paint stuff that's on there.
Yeah.
Leave it.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
If you don't notice it, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
Just leave it be. Oh. Wait a
And if
minute.
it's prominent, it's not a detail.
The old Centurious model back then.
Oh.
I know where that shield plate's from.
Oh. There's got to be a load of green stuff done on this one.
I've got the part for that tilt shield.
One moment. Is this an actual print?
Ooh.
Yeah, that's not a kit bash.
Mm. I guess that you'll be going on Telegram tonight and finding that.
Part of me thinks that's cheating, but it looks so cool.
But that tilt shield is the same design off of the Grey Knights.
Oh yeah, very, very, very.
That's where I got my ones from.
But that is a Primaris scaling of him, like 100%. That's just his sword is down to the side now.
Oh, I like that. You see in his hand there, like the green glow.
Yeah, that's him using the
That's
witch
the
magic.
Force, Luke. The Force.
Oh,
That's cool.
I like that. Oh, that's so cool. But I could
bet
see
you could reverse image search that and find the file.
Yes. If it's not taken down, obviously.
Yeah.
True. But that there, that's where I'm saying the inner circle companion body that I got. Yeah. I could use that and then use limbs and all this and all that to make my own one. But that, it does help that the paint job is stunning on this.
Yeah. It's like non-metallic metal blue.
It's got that proper shimmer to it.
Doesn't work for me, but then again, I like my Space Marines dead, but that's a different story.
But I like that armor because it's not heavy metal style.
Yeah.
It's not
Whereas
like
I like the old school, like it's not. I don't paint grimdark. I don't.
I would say my closest grimdark painting that I've done is my Votan, like the weathered and the battered, because to me it makes sense in my mind that they're mining and they're very utilitarian. But I've seen some very nice weathered up Space Marines come into work where it's a little bit of chip damage on front facing kind of stuff. Like the armor's still nice, but it is cuffed and damaged.
I just like to think all of my armies have OCD like me and just repair and repaint everything after every battle.
That's so pretty. I like
Space
that.
Marines would. That's why they actually have servants.
Yeah.
Did you know that Games Workshop is considering pulling back Photon?
Sorry?
Well, they sent miners into battle.
Oh.
Har, har, har.
I was
think
like,
got him
what?
there. I think I got him there.
I was like, what? What are you on about? Ah.
Oh, Mark. Sweet summer child.
That's Avatar look.
Ivor.
Cantor. Primaris Cantor.
But it's I would say it's tastefully done.
There's got to be a Sicarius there as well.
That's very pretty. They got a female lion. It's like, stop, no. Ooh.
Ooh, Cypher.
Ooh, hello.
I do like Cypher.
Yeah.
Titus.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's Sicarius.
Oh, hello. So you got Pedro Cantor. That's
That's cool. That is cool.
That's very nice.
Oh, look at the size of that sword.
But I like the fact it's the classic pose.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is the 3D print that's I think they had to take down. Because I've been looking for that for ages.
Yeah, but there's an actual €30 you buy this model. Yeah. I'll have a look in a minute.
It's US, right? Jupiter Monica.
I believe so.
Send me the link for that.
Where is it? Oh, up here.
Send me the link for it. I'll send it to somebody and see if he can track it down.
I'll put it in the
chat. I tend to find most files, but if you do, I wouldn't mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a Cypher, and I just don't like buying a Wakeful Finecast model, which I don't like.
No.
I'm not sure if it's Finecast anymore, but.
Well, my one that I've got is 30 years old, so it's the original metal.
Yeah, I have that one too.
Yeah.
That. Oh.
But the original isn't really that easy to use anymore.
Yeah, he's too small. I mean, he looks all right next to the rest of my heresy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Primaris are just that little bit bigger.
It's mostly that I do want to play some tourneys every now and then, so.
Right, how is the check it? Almost done, people. Almost done.
There it is. Right. I'll have to copy that and save it. Copy. Paste link.
So open off.
Send it to myself. Go and see him.
Yeah, I do dislike the way people react, and I don't disagree with their sentiments. I just disagree with the way they put it. That the Kickstarter from Daka Daka store got taken down. It was just there were I could see that Games Workshop wouldn't like it.
No.
I don't care that they don't like it, but yeah,
It was just
too close. Maybe. Or they just got success and
it was just like, come on, GW, like.
The other thing is the word Daka copyrighted to Games Workshop?
No, it was actually not due to that. It was due to the
Right.
fact that they were doing a
A Thramas.
I don't know what the name was they used anymore. I think it was the Lion Knights and the
Yeah. So it was like the Deathwing Companions and stuff.
It
yeah.
was.
It was literally Dark Angels versus Night Lords.
It was a recreation. Like they were recreating the Thramas Crusade.
Oh.
In a very loose sense. So you had the Night Lords versus the Dark Angels, and they were done in Daka's sculpted style. Like if you've seen any of their other stuff, it is it's Daka. It's their artistic style, and it was just like GW, leave it alone. They're not, they're not 1-for-1 copies or anything like that. They're not using the same iconography. They're you could see they were Dark Angel proxies.
It's inspired by your lore and
yeah. It just felt like it was like, why do you need to go near it?
It's becoming almost like a territory where you can't be a fan almost.
But let's be fair, they were making quite a lot of money on it.
Yeah, and that was the thing. Yeah, 100%. They were making a lot of money because Daka is well respected and well known for their proxies. Because they've got Sisters of Battle proxies, they've got Ultramarine proxies, they've got Alpha Legion proxies, I think Space Wolf proxies.
So they've done an awful lot then, really.
Yeah, and they're not 1-for-1s, at all. There's no 1-for-1 or anything like that. You see them, they're proxies.
But if it's too heavily inspired, I suppose.
I think it wasn't even the fact that it was too highly inspired.
They were just making the money.
At this point, it came down to the fact it was too successful.
It was taking profits from Games Workshop directly.
Yep.
They were doing GW were doing their bully tactics again of, oh, that's money we could be making. Well, prove it. But they can't, so they do the other technique of, oh, it's going against our IP.
Yeah, so...
No. I do get that they are protecting their IP, and I would do the same if I were Games Workshop. They just went too far.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, I have no problem businesses protecting their IP. I have no problem whatsoever. But when it's just bullying anyone for enthusiasm in there,
that's a different story.
Yeah, like them going after my Grey Tide listings on eBay.
I will say, what caused them to do this? I know what is triggering them to do this sort of slowly but surely. Have you seen on cults, etc., how many 3D scans of models that pop up every day again and again? They just delete them and they just come back?
Yes.
I don't like your AI bot anymore.
Why is that?
Because none of us have been chatting in...
No, we linked Libido Monica.
Ah, right, okay. But
yeah, I put a link in there.
How does it know it's a model? Where does it...
AI?
Does it? I don't like this stuff.
The AI will open it.
Skynet is coming.
I, for one, welcome our overlords from Skynet. I mean, they do need a spit shine every now and then.
But what was I going to say? Like, yeah, 100%. You see the stuff popping up on 3D Cults, Thingiverse, all this and all that they are one-to-one copies, like scans and stuff like that, and it's just like they're popping up so quick.
It goes too far. Sorry.
Yeah,
well, like I said, you know, I was gifted that one-to-one copy of Marduk Cedrus.
Yes.
I didn't ask for it from this particular person. He just printed it for me because he thought I'd like it. And, all right, okay, fine.
I will say, I may be not the perfect person to talk.
No, you know,
because I did order a recast, which they just don't sell anymore.
Yeah, well, that's a little bit different, isn't it? You know, because it's out of production stuff. You know, that's like in its own kind of grey area, if you like.
Yeah.
No, but it is a genuine one-to-one copy. You can't really tell the difference. I know it's a 3D print. Nobody else does. But like I said, sod it. I'll keep it.
Mm. Like when I done my video that I wanted to be careful in and stuff like that, the vast majority of people that use, and I say vast majority, not all, but vast majority of people that are comfortable with it will use 3D prints for stuff they can't get hold of. Conversion parts, heads,
custom stuff,
customization stuff, and then with the China cast, shall we say, they use it to get hold of stuff that's out of production, like it's out of production, it's not coming back, kind of stuff, because it's like, well, the firm's already made its money.
Models and things like that.
Yeah. Very few people are comfortable with getting current fakes, basically, because I've double checked forum articles where they have done surveys of hundreds and hundreds of people, and it was like 70 to 80% of people are only comfortable with out of production stuff.
Yeah. The problem is, though, is once they're painted, these China cast stuff, it's that good.
Oh, you can't tell. You
My
can't
models have been out of stock for 1.5 years.
Yeah.
I don't expect them to come back.
No.
I don't expect them to come back. Do I feel bad about it? No, not at all.
No.
Did I pay like not even a quarter of the price? Of course I did.
Yeah. But the thing is that's not taking money out of Games Workshop pocket because they're no longer making it.
Well, maybe they'll make it one day. It's Horus Heresy. It's the Savitar hasn't been in stock for a year, and the special terms counterpart for 1.5.
Right.
So yeah, I'm like.
It is my solemn duty to stand
if you
in
can
witness
provide
to your
it,
deeds
I'll get it.
and to record the penances you
I want to play
undertake.
my Horus Heresy. Shut up, Games Workshop.
Yeah.
Put up or shut.
How is your Nightlords coming along anyway?
Slowly. I had so little energy
History
lately
shall
for painting.
remember the martyrs who fell in Atona's defense.
But
May Saint Messalina walk ever beside you in the Emperor's
Glasgow's
light.
got done.
Yeah? Did you enter to the
Though it
competition?
take a lifetime
No,
of blood
it
and
was a
strife,
30.
Atoma shall be free.
People kept wanting at me to enter into the painting competition of the tourney, but I just said my army's not done, so I'm not gonna
Let me
bother.
guide you in the act of penance.
No, that one was good
You
done.
will not be missed.
What is everybody in chat working on? Painting, gaming, just listening to us have about.
I'm Commodore Hallowett, but you can call me my Lady Alice.
Listening to us put the world to rights.
Mistress. Oh, and don't bother telling me your name, my darling. Your sword don't last long, so I won't remember it. Good customers, though.
Yeah, I don't dislike dark
I
side.
might have one or two
not
special
sure
items
that
for you, if you got the Aquilas. Strictly on the down low, though, you understand.
Once it goes down more in price, I might consider it.
Well, I was going to say, it's 19 quid at the moment. I don't see it going any cheaper than that.
Oh, it will.
Yeah, well, I just have a game right now which I already bought, so I'm not investing in double games right now.
Oh no, that's fair enough.
Necromunda. Look at that. That went down to about 2 quid.
True. Oh, the only reason why I say maybe with Dark Tide is because it's so focused on the multiplayer aspect of it, because it is a multiplayer game.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's one of those difficult ones of you may want to be playing it while there's still like a community around it, maybe? I don't know. But each
Yeah,
to their
but
own.
look at Vermintide.
True. True. Oh. Do I get Katachan combat knife?
Is
No,
the
it's
shovel better?
too small.
Do you melee a lot or do you shoot a lot?
In all fairness, you want both. When it comes to the veteran, I found out
That's the one you want there, mate.
the Katachan Devil's Claw Sword.
Yeah, it's not a sword, it's a knife. It is still counted as a knife.
Purchase confirmed.
Thank you.
And the good thing about those is that they're filled with a liquid metal inside, so that when you swing them, the metal shifts to the end and gives you a harder swing.
Ooh.
I like my guards, don't I?
I do have a desire to start my guard force. What is up with this?
Mars pattern, really.
Well, I don't know what the difference. The auto gun. That's the dum dum dum. Yeah, I may try an auto gun.
Transaction approved.
Thank you. Alright, let's see what these are like.
You've got a stub pistol there.
You could get a stub pistol, yes.
Yeah.
Ooh. Stub revolver. I don't see me wanting to use that because the problem is the stub revolver is not that great when it comes to the veteran, because your ability is you do better shooting.
Right, can you not dual wield it with the Devil Claw?
Let's see if we test it out a minute. Because there is the test option, if I remember correctly. There's the testy. Well, there was a test location somewhere. Is that psycho place, isn't it?
Your weapons need improvement. Come here.
Here it is.
I mean, I don't know.
I will take care to speak slowly, so that you...
Let's try this. Because I can try it out. See what it's like. But yeah, I've got some files. Back in the day, I supported the Kickstarter from Victoria Miniatures for their Rough Riders.
Yeah.
And I
want to tap you up for some of them.
Well, I would really like to do a proper mechanized old school Talon force. But I need to figure out what vehicles and stuff I want to be using, as in auto STL files.
You know, I've got 5 original Talon Rough Riders here.
Pardon?
I've got 5 original metal Talon Rough Riders here.
That genuinely skipped my mind that they had their own. I only recall the Forge World ones that they had back in the day, where it was like those dinosaur things.
No, hang on. Talon Rough Riders metal.
Plus Save Warhammer.
Come on.
It was basically the Attilan arm and legs with a Talon body. As a eBay link.
Oh, this is punchy. You can go through two at the same time.
Slow low, isn't it?
What's your own fond of it?
Yeah, it is very slow.
Like 6 shots and you've got to reload, that takes time.
Yeah. Let's try the auto gun instead. Yeah, I like this better. It's semi-automatic.
I think Devil Sword.
Yeah, I like that one.
When I played classes, 3. I played the creature or whatever it's called. I'm not sure what the name of it is.
Zealot.
Zealot, yes, that's
Yeah.
the one.
Yeah, this is a semi-automatic. Yeah, so 3 shot. It does pierce a little bit, but yeah, it's not a stub gun. But I think the problem with the stub pistol, sorry, is just not good enough for horde clearance. Where I can somewhat horde clear with this. Not great, but it's still something.
Shotgun. That's what you need.
If you can get them.
I don't know, can you? The one thing that was missing from Necromunda.
Each soul is a candle in the darkness. Many are soon to be snuffed.
Yeah, I think that's a good build. So what one did you... So what one's this? Is this what I think it is? Oh, those guys!
Yes,
Holy
I've got 5 of them.
I just need to figure out like what vehicles I want to use, as in like vehicles and files, because I would like to do proper old school kind of guard, where it's like chimeras, Lehman Russes, basilisks, hellhounds, and
Oh, like my army.
sorry,
Like my army.
yeah, because I like the old books.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't mind throwing in a Baneblade in there.
Yeah, I can't afford Baneblade.
Oh no, but that's why I want to get files and just go, bruh. Ooh, hello, snow rats on.
I got 5 Lehman Russes.
Sorry?
I've got 5.
Oh, you able to bring in a drink, please, sweetie? Oh, okay.
You know the answer is no.
Yeah.
Keep trying.
One moment, I'm gonna grab myself a drink. She's snuggled up in bed. One moment.
Keeps trying it and he just knows what the answer is in advance.
Exactly.
Lots of drunken rejects hanging around the crew decks. You wouldn't know nothing about
No,
that, right,
I don't know. Desert Raiders, I'd think, rather than having his chimeras on tracks, have them on wheels instead.
Yeah.
Big chunky ones that don't sink in the sand. That's something different, isn't it? And obviously he's got access to 3D print wheels. You know, I reckon that would look good.
It wouldn't look bad.
Did they do a kit?
They tend to do it, yeah.
World probably
Yes,
did.
you did,
No.
sweetie. Right.
Camera.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Okay.
Forge World. Did they make a set?
I mean, you can just find them on the internet already, just from other.
Yeah, other
Hoarders too.
companies make them, I can see, but never Forge World.
No, I'm not even sure it was them.
We're just saying, if you're going to do a mechanized Talon horse,
Yep.
stick in your chimeras with big chunky wheels that don't sink in the sand.
Yeah. Well, in a bit, I'll show some of the files I've been looking at, because there is one person who creates really, really cool stuff. I think they're called Nate. And they're heavily inspired by historical stuff.
Isn't he the guy that's got the ones that they look like, I can't remember what the French tank was called, but it had a turret, but it also had like a 8-pound cannon in its belly as well.
Oh, he's designed a lot now because he's got his own little Patreon. I was supporting it, but then I had to be like, I'm not using it at this moment in time. I have to pull the pennies.
Yeah, you can't have everything.
Hello there.
I mean, it is a perfect matter of you can't have your cake and eat it, no?
Oh.
Who's?
The heretics have compromised Tertium's water supply.
I love how
That's not a good
casually I
thing,
just
in
keep
case you
sitting.
didn't know. We know which silo the heretics have corrupted, so that's a good place to start. Tertium
Because I
needs that
saw
water,
Victoria
so
Miniatures
drive
has
to
files
Genova
for their
and help them fix the
Ogrins
problem.
and for their Ratlins.
Yeah.
And they have female Desert Raider files.
Yes, they do. That's the ones I sent you.
Yeah. But I'm okay for standard infantry because I've got the max mini models.
Yep.
But the halflings and stuff like that I wouldn't mind sorting out.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Probably best not to ask what's in the water before it gets purified.
This is as close to the path as the Taran gets. Everyone else
You know what the biggest downside is to Max Mini?
Smells like place
Shipping and import costs.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the EU it is.
Doesn't look pretty, but it should be safe to breathe.
I'm not
What
gonna
the
put in
air is
breakfast, but yeah.
hungry. What the hell?
In return, we get it the same way.
Yep. We're still looking at when to be able to do UK, but I don't think it's going to be this year. It's a bit sad.
On the plus side with the Max Mini, though, they're doing the Tribe or something like that. 3D prints.
Oh yeah.
So eventually, you should be able to get something to run.
Okay, I think this may be a bloodbath. We've got two Ogrins just walloping.
You just have to pester Mark to pester his boss as to what bits should go on the site first.
Nah, I'm not gonna bother Mark with that.
Or email him directly.
That's the Ranger down!
Let me audio needs to come down.
No, but I'm not gonna make Mark Castellui with anything.
Sorry?
I'm not gonna make Mark Castellui about anything from his game. No.
I don't worry, I was only joking anyway.
I mean, the thought had crossed my mind, but no.
Oh, piss off.
Cool.
You just shot. Oh, God, no.
He's very abusive of us, isn't he?
The body's flying.
Really don't like the noises.
Oh, well, I can't know. I'll get it on mute.
Whoa!
I keep hoping the Raggy King's cause will have collapsed. As always next time.
I spent so long barred from my duty. I almost forgot myself.
Trust me, duty gets tiresome. Got a chance! Something to the net!
Got it.
Our pilot's not exactly one for discipline, is she? Never knock the pilot unless you want to crash. Grenade!
Best hope she's more reliable than she seems. We have stairs!
Took all the ammo! Again!
I choose to be prepared.
But yeah, I need to just figure out what I want to actually do, because I can't just keep jumping from one project to another. It doesn't really help.
No.
It doesn't.
No, because you don't get that dopamine rush of completing things.
No, Munchie. Mark doesn't like it when you're right.
Sorry?
No.
Mark doesn't like it when you're right.
Yeah.
Well, I learned that one myself.
I told myself I'm more luxurious than this. Bomber neutralized.
Had too many half-finished projects, and I was just looking at everything, and nothing was getting done.
Yeah, that's the thing. I've kind of had to kind of step back and just, what do I want to do? It's like, that's why I then sat down. I was like, I need to crack on with like finishing the Black Templars.
So, are they done?
They're done for the moment, bar Hellbreak.
Right. So, how long in reality is Hellbreak going to take?
Well, in all fairness, I'm more than happy to keep just leave Hellbreak be and use them as like a.
You're going to have the same problem later on,
It's in the
matching up the
if
glow.
not the letter of the Lexa.
True. True. Luckily, I have noticed that I noted down the full recipe for
Right,
it.
okay. Right, so you can move on from that.
Yes, I've noted down the full recipe. I've taken photos of each stage, so I can. Oh God.
So, in reality, what is the next army that you are going to actually use for something other than content for YouTube or on Twitch?
I have no idea.
Are you likely to play 40k?
I'm not too sure, in all fairness.
No?
I got that game of 40k. This Saturday.
Okay. So you got your Black Templars for that.
I'm gonna take both my Black Templars and my Dark Angels. Like 1,000 points of each.
Let me jump here. Who's your opponent for 40k? Who are your opponents?
I don't know actually.
No, but I mean, who would you play regularly?
I haven't actually played with anyone regularly for quite some time.
Munch could be one, I would say. Playing games again. Regularly, I would feel.
Yeah. Just when I've got time, because I work shifts. You know what I mean? That's my issue, and it always has been, even with like D&D games.
It's plannable still.
But, you know, I get days off during the week and stuff like that, you know.
When you've got a day off on Friday, Mark's got a day off on Friday.
Yeah. Well, funny enough, it's like I messaged in, like, a bit busy tomorrow, you know. But, yeah, you know.
We won.
I do.
No protocol, but effective.
Workable, and I'm not being funny, I've got enough to do guard till the cows come out. I've got my heritage. I've got a Necromunda gang painted up. I've got 2 kill teams, 3 kill teams painted up. I've got 3 Rumble Slam teams painted up.
Yeah, I think I just need to kind of have some chilled out games underneath my belt.
Yeah.
If you don't play, you don't feel happy doing stuff.
Yeah. Oh god. No! Hello, I'm supposed to be holding this position here and now I'm on fire getting spewed. You can rely on me, boss. Yeah, like, the biggest problem I got is, for example,
Can I be very direct without you getting offended?
yeah, that's fine.
The biggest problem, just like me, just like most of us, is you. We are our own biggest problem in this game. We
Pushing
need to
ourselves out of our comfort zones.
we need to just decide on a course faction, do it, and choose the people we feel comfortable doing that course faction. Because doing stuff with somebody you don't feel comfortable with, it is bad.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I'm not going to deny that at all.
And again, it's not to push you or to poke you.
Right.
But I've heard you talk about, I want to play games so often now.
Yeah.
And it's not saying like stop minging or whatever. No. It's about hearing you constantly saying it, and I'm not going to say hurting yourself,
but not addressing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we are. We all said yeah and agree.
the only one who can fix this is you.
True. Because what got me in not too recent past was I was saying about like the Dark Angels losing so many of their unique units to Legends.
Yeah.
Like they, you know, the Land Speeders were taken to Legends, and the Talon Master, the Raverwing Bikers, and things like that. And I'm like, cool. So they've now been taken to Legends.
So play against somebody that doesn't mind you playing.
Exactly.
True. Oh yeah, 100%. But every time I ask about it, oh god, stupid bomb. No one is playing with Legends.
So, have you been asking the right people, or did you just focus on Munchie, for example, or some other people?
Do you think I give a crap what we play with?
True.
Yeah,
very true.
If you tell me, I don't know, this Space Marine here is Hellbrecht because my Hellbrecht isn't painted, fair enough, he's Hellbrecht.
Oh, yeah, it's not...
No problem with that. If you want to play with stuff that's in Legends, carry on. Yeah. If you want to make a unit up and show me the rules and go, yeah, this is fairly balanced, I think, yeah, I'm going to trust you.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how we used to play in the 90s.
I mean, I'd say that a lot of you would probably be happiest playing. Sorry for that. No, but a lot of you would probably be happiest playing 30k, playing narrative games. I mean, you could build your infantry guards as Siluri.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who cares that they look differently? Because
I'm not being funny. We can both use our Dark Angels, and it's Caliban.
True.
I've turned.
But you're both lore junkies.
Doesn't matter. I don't care like that.
No, you're both lore junkies. What gets the blood more pumping more than just fighting the battles you've read about?
Yeah, well, like I said, we've both got Dark Angel armies. If he wants to play against a traitor Dark Angel, well, if it's going to be a cool story, I'll do it. I don't care.
Yeah. No, that's fair enough. Yeah.
I'll root for the good Dark Angels. I love the fallen.
Yeah, I won't have Lion L. Johnson, I'll have Brian L. Johnson.
Brian L. Johnson.
Yeah, just get on and do it.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm hoping with Saturday, but yeah, it was just, I don't know, it was like whenever I mentioned it, it just felt a bit like, I don't know, it just wasn't the same as, it wasn't like important to people.
Right.
It just made me feel a bit meh.
What, the playing with Legends stuff, or?
It's just playing in general that it isn't a tournament list or something.
Right.
And you've been asking and we've talked about this before, and this is not pleasing anybody. If it does include anybody who's here in chat, this is not against you in any way.
Oh yeah, but like, I've always been like, play what you want, enjoy what you want. But it was just like, I haven't actually had, like, I haven't gone back to my local gaming club for a game because, for well over a year, because it just feels like...
Right, stupid little thing then. Let's look into costs of how much a little village hall is going to cost us. Alright? If it's going to cost us £20 a week, see if we can get a couple of people, yeah, just to turn up to our own little club where it's casual. Yeah?
Yep.
Or even do like what they did down in Porthleven.
Yes.
They've started up teaching kids.
Yeah, roll the dice, is it called?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm fully DBS to work for children. Yeah. So, you know, if that's something you want to do, then I'd consider it. Just bear in mind that I don't know any bloody rules.
But mind you could just see if your local pub has a back room to go choose on some nights.
Yeah. You know, I'm not being funny, but Skinner's isn't always packed out, is it?
No.
The only thing with that is there's already a club in Truro. Yeah. it's like with Red Roof. I know that there's 2 clubs in Red Roof.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm hoping. I'm genuinely hoping that I do enjoy the Saturday gaming.
I don't know. You will enjoy it either way. If you want to repeat it, that's a different story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if somebody's going to be a let's pass the water shed into it. If somebody wants to be a dick, you won't play them again.
No.
Yeah, true.
Sorry for the language, but yeah.
Yeah, there's no skin off my teeth.
And remember what I always say, you can't control what other people think or do.
Yep.
Alright? If they're going to be a dick, they're going to be a dick regardless.
I mean, I can be a dick sometimes, but most of the time, if I'm a dick, I'd rather people tell me, Billy, you're a dick. And I'll say, okay.
Yeah,
Stop saying
same.
that.
You put your hands up, yeah, sorry, fair enough.
Or I'll say, sure.
Box of food.
I love opens.
Oh god, I got taken down. Save me! Save me! But yeah, I would love to play some Crusade. Like, I personally would love playing Crusade over like match play.
Explain it to me.
Basically, Crusade, all it is, you just it's a slow grow, narrative slow grow for 40k.
So what do? You start with like a couple of units and then you buy more? Or?
I think I need to
No, you don't need to buy more. Well, you buy in point-wise, but
yeah,
it's not. You can even do it with armies if you want to, but your army actually gets experience, so to say.
Okay.
Yeah, like you gain the like you'll gain like extra, what do you call it, like renown through playing the missions, or like your missions, and then you use that to buy more units, and you get like side missions in your missions to be like, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that. What I'll do tomorrow morning, I'll show you the actual part of it in the book, because like each army, when they get their new codex, they get like their own what do you call it, like own extra add-ons for Crusade. Like the Dark Angels is very much one of their side things is Hunt the Fallen.
Yep.
So they gain notoriety and benefits through doing certain things.
So does that give you like bonuses to like weapon skill, ballistic skill, blah 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 blah?
Yeah, basically you gain bonuses for, holy crap, how do we all get knocked down so quick?
Because you moved in the fire.
Well, oh, for crying out loud. Ogre, pick us up. Yeah, so I'm now dead because I was just allowed to get killed. Thanks.
Yeah, no, without being funny, just if you want to do it, just do it. If you want to play a game, play a game. Just find the people you want to do it with. Find your like-minded and your.
Well, Yeah, so...
Oh, you've been captured. Oh, this is the same as Vermintide, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the exact same. It's made by the same people.
Ah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, it's the exact same as Vermintide, so if you get, like, taken out,
yep.
you get to be rescued later.
Right, the other thing is, if you want quick games and things like that, have you got a kill team?
Sorry?
Have you got a kill team?
No.
Right.
Kill team went really weird for me, personally.
Yeah? Right. Don't have a Necromunda gang either, do you?
No.
Could be your next project.
Could be.
I mean, you could 3D print a lot for that if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Small, manageable.
Very true.
Or you could borrow one of my classic gangs, because I've got all of them from the 90s in metal. I do mean all of them.
I'm not surprised.
Well,
yeah.
Well, Necromunda was my game. That's
more
what
time
I
was mine.
really got hooked in.
What I'll do, I'll grab the Crusade rules in a minute and just explain it to people in a moment. But yeah, basically, when you play Crusade specific missions, so it's not match play missions, they're Crusade missions, pardon me.
Yeah.
You then gain like a role play, you gain experience to level up your squads. But what can happen is if the squad is wiped out in the battle, you roll to see if they become injured and like gain battle scars.
Okay.
Which could be negatives. Like I remember previously when I was using like my Imperial Guard, I could have a battle scar on a tank where what was it? It was -1 to advances because it was like damaged tracks. But then a boon I had to a veteran squad that I had was they were +1 to hit against vehicles.
Right.
So my melter gun special squad were +1 to hit against vehicles. Great. And there's little they gain traits. So they gain like boons and then battle scars, depending on how you've done.
Would you care to undertake a contract? That is, if you're not too busy.
But there is bookkeeping like anything.
Just writing down what's got what.
Yeah, basically. But
yeah,
like I mentioned it, like people are happy.
You play Necromunda, it's playing Necromunda with an army with a little less options.
Yeah, basically it is Necromunda or any tabletop RPG. That's the best way of thinking of it.
Or we set ourselves both a challenge. We have 4 weeks to get ourselves together a Mordheim gang each.
That could be an option.
You know the site, right, for Mordheim?
Sorry?
Yeah, Broheim, isn't it?
Yeah, Broheim. Yep.
Yep.
They've got everything on there. Avoid the Lustria gangs, I would say.
Yeah. I mean, we can still use whatever we want. You know, we can make it miniatures agnostic or whatever you want to call it. You know.
Mark needs to do play dwarves.
Yeah. Yeah, he does. But you've got all the files to make your dwarves.
Make it
Do you have the
dwarf.
scenery for it though?
Sorry?
Do you have the scenery for it? I would only say that's the
Yeah,
only
that's
downside.
what I do need to get hold of.
Well, you've got all of that MDF stuff in your garage, haven't you?
Yes. I do need to, yeah, go through it after GriffCon.
Mm-hmm. We go back to Necromunda because I've still got all of the old cardboard scenery and bulkheads.
True, very true, actually.
And that's proper nostalgia.
And you could go for miniature agnostic in that way too.
Yeah, print what you want.
I converted the Corvus Cabal for Cultist for my 40k and for Chaos Cult for Necromunda.
Yeah. I've got some of the old Necromunda magazines with the rules for different things in there as well.
Yeah. Are you going to play the old rules from Necromunda or the new rules?
To be honest with you, I prefer first edition Necromunda.
Hello there, darling. Feeling
I
flat?
don't know. I played both. I do prefer the second myself.
Well, I've got both.
But
I
it depends on what
haven't
more.
got the latest one.
No, the vehicle one. You mean?
The what? Sorry.
The vehicle, the Gorka Morka Necromunda. You mean?
No, that's Ash Waste. I'm talking about the whole third edition Necromunda. I haven't.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I didn't know the. I meant the third one.
Yeah. I haven't got that. I've got the second one, which is a standalone book, and then I've got the original, which is Necromunda and Outlanders.
Sorry, I meant the third then.
Yeah. I think the third is too much rules bloat. And you've got to have a book for each gang. Or almost. It's like 3 gangs in one book. The Book of Faith, Book of Law, Book of whatever.
Yeah. But I think you can find most of them on script anyway. You get them as a PDF for free trial.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least that works. But yeah, I'll grab the I'll exit this a minute. I'll grab the Crusade rules a minute. Or give people an idea if it ever exits. But yeah, so yeah, I'll explain in a moment. Alright, let's move that out of the way. Yeah, because I would love to play Crusade and Path to Glory, but it's a difficult one because when it comes to those not role play, but those slow grows, people are more inclined to do a slow grow in a skirmish based game because it's less things to paint and gather, pardon me. Because if you do a slow grow in a skirmish, more time battle companies, the Stargrave, things like that, you're only maybe grabbing 2 more models. Whereas an army-based slow grow, you are trying to slow grow armies, aren't you? And I think
then all these competitive players, surely they've got full armies that they can pick from.
But then they see the army games as an army game, not a narrative game. And I'm not saying I'm not saying it's wrong of them. I'm just saying
Right.
there is the mentality is going to be different.
It's just a different mindset, mate. That's
Yeah.
all.
That's what I mean. So, yeah, it's not saying it's a good or bad thing. It's just it's very reliant on having people that would do it. Let's have a little look a minute. What GW done a post about it?
I'm just going to go and find my charger a minute because my phone is on like 5%.
Ah, here it is. Alright, so cool. So let's get that working a minute. Ah, there you go, Crusade. The basics. Build an order of battle, the list of units available to build with. They gain XP through their battles. Supply limit, requisition. It's just basically having a very narrative driven slow grow. Like, I would love to do a crusade with my Dark Angels and go the new unit they gain is from a different chapter.
Mm-hmm.
Because yeah, I haven't actually read the Dark Angel one. I think I've got all the Dark Angel codexes now, bar one, which is the Angels of Death one. From way back when. Okay, so Crusade rules. So each similar to 9th edition, they add flavor rules into the codexes. So with the Dark Angels, you have Oath Swarm campaigns, building on Crusade rules found in Codex Space Marines. These unique Oath Swarm campaigns allow your Dark Angels to protect their deepest secrets and hunt for the fallen. So it sounds like I do need to actually get hold of the Space Marine Codex, which I should do, thinking about it.
Back.
Hello, we're just going through like the Dark Angel crusade thing. But basically, the long and short of it, you build a starting force.
Okay.
As you complete missions and do campaign missions, you gain requisition points.
Yeah.
Which you then get to spend to get permanent like permanent boons and stuff. But as, say for example, your units gain experience, you can use that for them to gain traits.
Okay.
Depend on like their levels. So it looks like, let me get this right a minute. Starting at 0, your unit will be battle ready. Moving on to becoming bloodied at 6, with some crafty usages and mashing of Mark for Greatness button. Basically, they get to battle hardened at XP 16. Heroic is then 31, and Legendary is 51.
Okay.
And yeah, so they can gain battle traits, weapon modifications, and crusade relics. Some traits and relics are like gated behind levels, so you can't suddenly give them the best relic if they're not legendary, for example.
Yeah.
But it's like for the Dark Angel, each one has like specific campaign agendas that you can go for. So the Dark Angel's one is Oathsworn campaigns, so it's all about secrets of the Unforgiven. So secret quest is one requisition. Purchase this requisition before battle. During that battle, do not reveal your chosen agendas until you gained XP from them for the first time or at the end of the battle, whichever comes first. So say for example you've got an agenda of, I don't know, slay the warlord. I'm just pulling one out of my head.
Yeah.
You've kept that secret. Your opponent doesn't know that's a secret agenda for you. Because they got one in here. Interrogation tactics. At the end of the battle, if one or more chaplain or librarians from your crusade either destroyed one or more enemy enemy units with a melee attack, or was within engagement range of one or more enemy character units, your crusade gains 3 honor points. So it looks like the thing the Dark Angels have is honor points, where it's in relation to inner circle advancement. So you spend the honor points by the looks of it. Yeah, you spend honor points. So, but then each army would have its own flavor for it. Because I remember in 9th edition, when I was playing it from time to time, the Tau had it where they were trying to spread the greater good. So they were trying to conquer a system. So they'd do that. The Votan was whenever you went onto a mission, you would generate random amount of resources of 3 different types, and the different types gave you either better artifacts, better traits, or better resources. So it was very mining orientated and stuff like that. I think the Tyranids was basically biomass. Depending on what agendas you've done and stuff like that, you would then gain biomass, which allow you to modify your units and stuff. But the Dark Angel one, for example, Master of the Deathwing, Terminator Captain model only. Once per battle, after selecting your Oath of Moment target, if you use the ability, you do so until the end of till the start of your next combat phase. Each time this model makes an attack with the Oath of Moment target, add 1 to the wound roll. That's a 20-point upgrade. You have one for Ravenwing, you have one for just captains, and you have Master of the Watchers. At the end of each battle, if your Crusade army for that battle included this model, your Crusade force gains D3 honor points. Because the Watchers in the Dark know something.
Yeah. Okay, so it adds a lot of flavour to games.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's this is not there you go. Why have I done that for? Yeah, so this is bookkeeping, don't get me wrong, this is bookkeeping, but it kind of forces you not to just, dare I say it, meta chase or XYZ. It makes you kind of go, I'm going to slowly build up this force for it. Like, okay, so these are the agendas. So every army gets agendas. They're in the core rule as well. So, for example, the Dark Angels have 4 specific ones they could take. Dark Rumor. If the enemy warlord is destroyed by an attack made by a Deathwing, Ravenwing, or Inner Circle unit from your Crusade army, that unit gains 3 experience and your Crusade gains 2 honor points. Then you got Encircled Foe, the Deathwing cometh, and Mental Interrogation are the other ones. Yeah, so they're all very, very thematic, shall we say. Like, then you have the battle traits. You have Ravenwing aircraft units, Deathwing infantry units, Ravenwing units, Astartes infantry units. You know what I was saying about different levels of war gear? Guess what the legendary relic's called?
The Lion Sword?
Mantle of the Seneschal.
Oh.
This mantle was fashioned from the skin of the mighty beast of Caliban, slain by the lion himself, kept in stasis and only removed in the direst of needs.
I will warn for one thing with Crusades, but that's the same as in Necromunda or any of these kind of games. Once somebody starts winning more than the other, it goes lopsided.
Yes. 100%. I think what they've tried to do is they tried to implement the battle company mechanic, that if you are under powered, you are the underdog. Depending on how much you're under by, you get extra CP in your game for burning each turn. But I do believe you then come out of the end of the game with bonus requisition points.
You do.
For being the underdog to try and help you. You know, there's no point. I have 100 point force or something like that. You only have 60. You know, I think that's how they tried to do it. To try and allow people to play catch up.
We can but try.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Let me
see
just
how it goes, and then
if
we like it, then we can either start again or carry on with what we've got.
Yeah, because I just want to make sure I get this right a minute. So, supply limit. When you build an order of battle, so that's the list that you build from. So I just get this right a minute. The supply limit is the maximum number of points worth of units you can add. When you first start a Crusade force, that limit is 1,000, but you can increase by spending RP, which is requisitional points. Requisitional points are the currency Crusade uses for building and adjusting your roster. When you start a Crusade force, you start with 5. Every time you play a game, you gain 1. You can't ever have more than 10. But the ones you have is increase your supply, so you increase it by 200 points. Cool. Renowned Hero is used when you add a character unit to your order of battle or when they gain a rank. This basically lets you buy an enhancement for that unit. You cannot buy them otherwise. And replace old... Oh, okay, because there was a little bit of jank with the previous one. Legendary Veterans is a new addition which allows you to jailbreak a non-character unit, letting them gain XP beyond the cap of 30 and gain more battle honors. Okay, yeah, so I think by the sounds of it, you're encouraged to just keep spending, because previously, you could only ever have up to 5 maximum, and you started with 5. So before your first game, you were basically incentivized to be like, you need to spend some of it, or you're gonna waste it.
Yeah.
But there's 4 ways your units gain XP after a battle. Battle experience is nice and straightforward. If that unit was part of the Crusade army for that game, it gains 1 XP. Dealers of Death gain 1 XP for your unit for every 3rd enemy unit that was destroyed. This is a cumulative tally that you need to keep track of on the unit's crusade for each game. Oh, okay, so it carries over. So if you kill 2 your first game, you only need to kill 1 in your second game to then trigger it.
Yeah.
That's some of the bookkeeping. Marked for greatness. So at the beginning of the game, you mark them for greatness, and they will have 3 at the end of the battle.
Just a quick check. Off the top of your head, how much does a tactical squad cost?
A tactical full squad cost in points?
Yeah, well, not a tactical squad, is it? What are they called now?
Oh, if you're using Firstborn, that is a tactical squad, good sir.
Oh, no, because you can't use them anymore, can you?
You can. No, tactical squads you can use.
Oh.
So it's... I'll just get it right a minute for you. I just want to make sure I get it right.
How much does a unit of your Crusaders cost? They are.
If it loads. Come on, load. I think my phone's busted. Okay, cool. So, a standard tactical squad, 10 Marines with any weapons they can have, 140 points. A Primaris Crusader squad is 140 points.
140.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. 200 points per one.
Well,
Sorry, I can outnumber you. It's fine.
Yeah, but I think the way you play it for the missions and stuff as well is the same, that you go in with the same points.
Yeah.
So it's not like I've played.
No.
No.
You go with the same points.
Yeah.
You won't just play more points because I can have more points than you. No, doesn't work like that.
Yeah. You choose the points that you're going to play, or the mission chooses the points.
It's mostly just the extras you get that make it in your favor.
But yeah, the extras you pay for in requisition. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it kind of it makes sense.
Right, we'll have a natter about it.
Yeah. I think it'll be a nice way of me actually working through my Dark Angels and actually playing with them.
Yeah.
So what you have to do is just plan 1 week a month, where you just meet up and play.
Yeah. And now, you've just answered your first question that was bugging you. What are you going to paint next? It's your Dark Angels, because you're going to be playing me.
Yeah, because funnily enough, what was it? You start off with 1,000 points, don't you? It said.
There you go. Oh, Gloin.
Yeah, Gloin. Go to bed, Gloin, if you need to.
How are you doing, Gloin?
But yeah.
Yeah.
Like you come up with 1,000 points that you want to play with initially. Get it done. Let me know. I'll write up 1,000 points. I've got more than enough to sort out. And yeah, you know, then you can just choose a unit that you're going to add next.
Yeah, basically, yeah. You choose words. You choose that unit, and that's you choose that army. Sorry, and you stay with it. And I would be perfectly happy to stay with that. The only thing I do want to try and maybe fiddle with, so there's a bit of variety, maybe for the Crusade, is I'm using the Leviathan set, but it's under 1,000 points. Now
So add a few bits to it.
Yeah, but what I was about to say was I knock out the biologist, the Gravis Apothecary, and I could put in a Terminator squad, or I put in an Outrider, the Primaris Bike squad. So then I have Deathwing, Ravenwing, and Greenwing. That's one. So you know, is a mix of it all.
Yeah, it's a proper Dark Angel army.
Yeah, is a nice mix, but
are they killing Imperial Guard left and right to sacrifice them?
Yeah.
It's fine. There's 10 more where that one come from.
Because I think, yeah, it'd be pretty boring if it was just like, here's all these Terminators, if that makes sense.
To be honest with you, I don't like armies that are just, right, for instance, all Terminators, all bikes, all snipers. I like a nice mix.
Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, if I was going to play a shits and giggles kind of game and go with my Dark Angels, alright, I go, oh, let's have an actual game, like just a chilled out but an actual, you know, match play game.
Yeah.
Oh, could I play the first company?
Right.
And, you know,
and my response would be, give me a reason why they would all be dropped at the same time.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, they've heard that, you know, you've got a Fallen in there, or you got intel of the Fallen, or I go, why not play a pure Ravenwing force? Because looking at what okay, so say for example here, so I get this correct. There's 3 different detachments in here. So you got your Green Wing, army detachment, you got your Ravenwing army detachment, and you got your Deathwing army detachment. Okay. So your Green Wing is basically, it increases your stubbornness, shall we say. It makes you...
Oh no, you're stubborn.
Yeah. So basically, it makes it that when an Astartes unit from your army is battle shocked, change the objective control characteristic of the model to 1 instead of 0. I'm just more stubborn holding an objective. That's basically it for a detachment rule. The inner circle one has been tweaked. There was an update to it because it wasn't quite gelling, supposedly. I never really played it, so as I said, I'm just reading off the update article. But basically, it's all reliant on Deathwing infantry. They select an objective, they vow to take this objective, and they get +1 to wound for enemy units within range of it. Because it's like, I want that thing, give it to me. So that's the Deathwing one. And then the Ravenwing one is Astartes units from your army are eligible to shoot in the turn in which they advanced or fell back, and Outriders are battle line. The bikes are battle line.
So you get to shoot twice with them?
Oh, no. You don't get to shoot twice. What it is normally when you advance or fall back, unless you have special rules for your weapons, you don't normally get to shoot unless they have the advance keyword.
Right.
All that allows me to do is my bikes that don't have advance in their bolt guns, they can now shoot. So they're more nippy. But then they have enhancements, which are like your warlord traits and your relics that you pay for. And they have their stratagems. And they are connected to those detachments. So yeah. There you go. That's your Green Wing one. That's
not that I can really read it.
Oh yeah, true. But that's the Deathwing one. And that's the Ravenwing one. But yeah, I would love to be able to go, cool, I'm feeling the itch for speed. Let's play a Ravenwing only force. So yes, they're going to be very mobile, but I lose my Deathwing durability because I don't have them. Yeah, kind of thing. Whereas then the Deathwing is very, very durable, but they're slow. So in an ideal world, you take a bit of all of it, if that makes sense. So the one that would support you taking a bit of everything would be more the Unforgiven Task Force, where it's like, oh, by the way, if I'm battle shocked, I'd still have a control number. That's it, basically. But that's all it is. That's all it is. I would say it's nowhere from what I remember when I was playing 9th. This is, to my knowledge, from my experience, quite tame to what it was, because the Deathwing one back in 9th was just not fun to play against. I had bonuses to hit you, bonuses to wound you. I halved damage to me. I was minus to get wounded against. It was just not great. As I said, I went to one tournament in 9th. I didn't really play an awful lot, and I won 2 out of 3 games against people that knew what they were doing. Like they were really good players, like really, really good players. It's because they just couldn't deal with me. I was just walking up the board, being this immovable object, going, cool, this is my objective now, deal with me. Which is very fitting of Terminators and the Deathwing and stuff like that, but it's the ultimate gatekeep kind of force. Either you know how to deal with it or you don't.
Yeah.
And there wasn't any back and... It didn't feel like a lot of back and forth, because as soon as I got in close enough distance to wallop them with my Maces of Absolution or my Power Fist or Chain Fist or whatever, they would fall over.
Yeah.
You know, and that's not a game. That's just bullying.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no bloody point in playing like that, really, is there?
Yeah, like, I've got the old book here. So, you know, so I make sure people know I'm not talking out my backside. But, just want to make sure I get this right. So, yeah, first company. Yeah, so you got first. Yeah, Dark Angels weren't that simple to play back in the day because they've got the 3 different wings. But you got Speed of the Raven, which is Raven Wing. It was add 3 to their movement characteristic, and they were eligible to shoot even if they advanced.
Yeah.
Which you can imagine was huge. fire discipline. It basically meant I could still shoot my guns, not just my pistols, but all my guns in combat. So if I'm fighting over objective, my green wing just still shoots you in combat. But the implacable was, while the assault doctrine is active, Deathwing infantry and Deathwing dreadnoughts, when they make a melee attack against a character unit or a unit that contains any models with a wounds characteristic of 8 or more, re-roll the wound rolls. They were just monster hunters or vehicle hunters. It just was not nice. Yeah, and it just went a bit nuts, shall we say. It is what it is, you know. Things happen, but and they had crusade rules here as well. I think there was even a mechanic where you could slowly upgrade your guys from like intercessors up to Deathwing knights through multiple lucky rolls and stuff.
Yeah.
And doing enough missions. They wouldn't just upgrade in a mission. Yeah, where was it in here? Oh, 42. But yeah, there's, as I said, there's a lot of, what I try to say to people is 40k AOS and stuff like that is one of these games that it feels like if you stay out the loop too long, you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. Like me.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. This is what made Deathwing brutal back in 9th. Inner Circle. Each time a morale test is taken, it's automatically passed. Just straight off the bat. While this unit is within engagement range of an enemy falling unit, unless that unit is a vehicle, they cannot be selected to fall back. Well, no one was playing Fallen, so it didn't matter. Each time you select to fall back, unless it's a vehicle, you have to roll a leadership test because you're basically stubborn, so that was your downside. You just couldn't fall back. But the upside was, each time an attack is made against a unit, if that unit has the infantry keyword, an unmodified wound roll of 1, 2, or 3 always fails, irrespective of any ability that the weapon or the model making the attack may have.
Jesus.
So cool, I'm a toughness 4 Terminator. You've just hit me with a volcano cannon of strength 12 or whatever. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You can only wound me on a 50-50, not a fail on a 1 in 6 chance. It was brutal. Absolutely brutal. It was fun, but only if you made sure you didn't milk it.
Yeah.
But yeah, as I said, I'm keen to work on my Dark Angels.
And do it.
Yeah. Or each.
That gives you a reason now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I would happily play with people for Crusade and similar games like that kind of mindset. Like if someone, like, I would like to work on my Knight Army. You know, the melee Cerastus Knights that I've got.
I don't think you're going to get many of those in 1,000 points
No,
to start with.
No. I would never put them in a Crusade army. They don't. I don't think it just wouldn't work. You don't have, you know, the infantry limit. I think 1,000 points at most, if I'm lucky. I think I worked out it was 1,005 points. It's 1 knight and 2 armigers.
So you can't even do that.
No. I think the only other way you can do it, because they're either 140 points or 150 points each. You can have Yeah, I'm not sure. I can't remember now, but yeah, basically they don't work in smaller games. But I have figured out my 2,000 point list is my 3 melee knights and 4 armigers, 2 halverns, which are the autocannon ones,
Shooty ones and 2 close combat ones,
and 2 war glaives, which is your chain glaive and your melter gun. Then there's no real duplications. It's one of the Sarastas Knights is the sword with the chain gun, the other one is the lance with the shield, and the final one is the flamer with the chain fist thing.
Yeah.
So it's a nice mix, and the idea is I can use them in Heresy. The only thing I need to do extra is each knight needs to have at least 2 armigers with it in Heresy.
Yeah.
But that is then another project down the line, which would be quite cool.
Then all you have to do is just 2 more armigers, you're done.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've only got 2 armigers at the moment, but yeah.
That's right, I'm sure you can lay your hands on some.
Oh, I got them in the pipeline, good sir.
But at the moment, Dark Angels.
Oh yes.
Question is that going to be just your Dark Angels, or are you going to do that in your successor chapters?
Yes. So what I was thinking of doing it with the Crusade rules, it would work where it's like, it's like a combined detachment force of different chapters, where they've kind of gone, here's a unit or 2 units and a leader as a strike force from said chapter.
Yeah.
And just
go.
do it like that.
That ties in nicely to it.
Yeah. And then we were saying about it before, an idea, as I said, I'm going to put in my Discord a photo of the unit with an image of the successor chapters and go, what colour scheme do people think would match with?
I'm not being funny, mate. Don't bother. Just choose them yourself.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Make
true.
it a passion project.
Stop relying on other people to choose your stuff for you.
Oh.
Yeah?
Yeah, fair enough.
Because I'm not being funny. You're going to put the Phobos stuff with the Phobos stuff, the Gravis stuff with the Gravis stuff, and the Terminator stuff with the Terminator stuff. So just do that.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
You're going to do the Space Marines with the Space Marines.
Yeah, and the other Space Marines with the other Space Marines.
So Spas Marines with Spas Marines.
Yeah.
But yeah, the idea that I wanted, to do as well is the older successor chapters, not the Primera successor chapters, are going to be the veteran units.
Yeah.
So there'll be your Terminators, your Stern Guard, your actual veterans. But then your more rank and file units are then going to be the more the Indominus founding chapters. So the younger ones. Oh, itchy nose. So
well,
just
makes sense.
Sorry?
That makes sense.
Yeah. It just stops me getting a bit too overwhelmed with choice.
Yeah.
Because I found out there's a lot of successor chapters now for the Dark Angels. As in canon ones, not fan theoried ones.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to stay with. I want to stay with canon ones because I'll be here till the cows come home if I go for every single one that's got an illustration somewhere. But in this book there is 14 different ones.
Yeah.
But I could say one of them is very similar to the other one. So you've got the Consecrators and the Angels of Vengeance. Basically the same ones. They're both black armor. the only difference is the consecrators have the red stripe down their helmet.
Yeah.
And their insignia is the fire wing. Whereas then the Angels of Vengeance are the wing hooded skull.
Yeah. Don't forget the Disciples of Caliban.
Well, that's what I mean. You got
bright green and black.
Well, yeah, that you want to say about bright colours.
Yeah, they're almost like salamander green, isn't it?
Oh, look at those.
Which ones am I looking at? The yellow and blue? Or
yeah, so
those
are named ones. They're named.
Yeah. Oh, I can't read that.
Oh no, I'm saying the colours.
Oh, okay.
So you got yellow, blue, red, yellow, blue. I think that's supposed to be a deep purple and teal. Then you got like a burgundy and gold, white and gold. Then your silver, bone and white, and then your more classic 6 ones here.
Yeah.
So you got plenty to choose from.
I only remember about 5.
The old school classic ones are Angels of Vengeance, Consecrators, Guardians of Covenants, Angels of Redemption, Angels of Absolution. I think they're the main ones.
And the Disciples of Caliban.
No, the Disciples of Caliban. Yes, no, sorry. Yeah, Disciples of Caliban are one of the classic ones.
Yeah, that's the 5.
Yeah, but the Disciples of Caliban are one of the younger of the classic ones.
Yes.
Because they were found in the 37th millennium. The previous ones were founded sooner.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to read up their little bit of lore here as well, which may give me an idea of, oh, this one likes to fight like this. Oh, let's put them in these units kind of idea.
Anyway, moving away from 40k for 2 minutes. I've just seen some Thunder Warrior miniatures.
Ooh.
They look, not sure if they're 3D printed or cast.
I think I know the ones you're on about. I think I've seen them.
Yeah, it's just come up on Google, that's all. There wasn't any Thunder Warriors in the Heresy, was there?
Yes and no.
They went into hiding. They went into hiding.
Oh, I know about this Anarith I can't remember his name. There was one.
There was a handful left.
Get a warlord.
Right.
Yeah,
they had to fight.
Yeah, there was a few left, but they weren't any sizable force. That's the best way of putting it.
No.
Well, I wouldn't mind just doing a unit, you know.
Well, if you want Thunder Warriors, I was tempted to do this as a force. All right, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. One moment. He's got this guy here.
Because I'm not being funny. The Thunder Warrior game is very Minotaurs.
Oh, 100%. Here you go.
Warriors of Unity. Yeah, they're quite cool. Very Roman, I would say.
These are heavily inspired by the artwork.
Yeah. They're good, but...
So they're your warriors, alright? But it's then these ones.
Great. great bloody world eaters. General.
Yep. The only rules I would use these for is custodies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like custodies for like kill team or any of those equivalents, because I wouldn't be able to field an army of them because it's like, cool, where's my dreadnought? Where's my bikes? Kind of thing.
Mortalis.
Sorry?
So Mortalis.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That'll be your best bet. The smaller infantry ones.
Yeah, that's what I found there.
Ooh.
See what I mean?
Yeah, so I'd say these are more the retro.
Yeah, they're your classic, you know. Can you remember there was like that Space Marine armor through the years and they produced a set?
Yeah.
These are like the Thunder Warrior from that.
Yeah. I would say, yeah, these are very much your classic, like Rogue Trader, Mark IIs, you know, one. Whereas then the ones here would then fit with the newer aesthetics. So they're both Thunder Warriors.
Yeah.
But you can tell one is one era, one is another era.
Yeah.
They're cool.
You know what I'm like? I like me retro stuff.
Oh yeah. Wait, one moment. Collection. I have a lot of collections.
No.
So these were some of the
Oh, look, there you go. The wheeled ones.
Yeah.
They would be good for your Talons.
This is the creator that I've been looking at. Because then they're all the same kind of aesthetic. Because I do actually own these ones already. Because I got them in part of the Patreon.
That's your Chimera sorted.
But they got plenty. He's very talented. Like plenty of designs. Because there's your wheeled one. Oh. You gonna load?
Yeah.
There you go.
See, I don't know why, but wheels seem right to me in the desert for lighter vehicles.
Yeah. So you got wheeled. The problem is wheeled then wouldn't work for tanks, but they're tanks after all. But here's your Hellhound. Sentinels are a bit of a weird one. Don't know what to think of that.
Would they really use Sentinels though?
They did. They did for scouting, but not like a huge amount. They would use them for reconnaissance because they would have basilisks for like striking, like heavily encroached area where then it would cause distractions. Then the Talon would sweep in and do shenanigans.
Yeah.
So the Sentinels were used for their purpose of scouting. And I do believe he has. So that's supposed to be his Rogel Dawn variant, if I ever want to have a Rogel Dawn, which is quite formidable looking.
Yeah.
But let's close those down a minute. Where was the Lehman? Was that the? I can't remember which one was which now.
Bottom.
I thought there was a Bane blade that he done. I thought he done a Bane blade.
Bane blade there, isn't it?
That's not the Bane blade. It's just a big Lehman Russ.
Oh, that's your Vanquisher.
Yeah. Oh, here's your Bane blade. I'm being stupid. There you go.
Yeah, down there by the truck.
Yeah. No, that's your Rogal Dawn, Mark, you muppet. I swear he's got a Bane blade somewhere. Is that the one? Yeah, there you go. Here's your Bane blade. I'm being absolutely stupid. Because it's got the different turret.
Oh, right.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, that's your Shadow Sword. Don't know what that one is.
Yeah, that's your Bane blade. But yes, I think we're going to raid on because I do need to get my beauty sleep.
Yeah, it is gone 11 o'clock now.
Yeah, I need my beauty sleep.
Yep. So I shall leave you go on the voice chat. So good night, guys.
Night, everyone.
Right on.
Don't have too much fun.
Never do.
Enjoy tomorrow.
And you, good sir. And you. But yes, we're going to raid on. If you're not already following, please click the follow button down below. Join us on Discord. What I'm going to try and do is I'm going to start really recording the progress to the Dark Angel army. Tomorrow afternoon, I'm going to do some recording of the Leviathan and of the Inner Circle Companions. Get that ball rolling. Because I think having the videos going live on a Monday is very beneficial. It gives me time to do it over the weekend. Pardon me. Any and all input is very much appreciated. But yes, I'm going to let you crack on. I do hope you look after yourselves and your loved ones. And I hope to catch some of you, if not all, in the next one. So, ta-ra for now.